Oh, yes, it's here, guys. The new caves in the newest Minecraft snapshot, guys. We're going to see some new world generation, bigger world height limits. Oh my gosh, let's take a look right now. And okay, so we have the newest snapshot. It came out today, guys. How awesome is this? It has our new world. That's right. It looks the same, but it's not at all the same. It's completely different. It goes way deeper. It goes way taller. OMG, guys, if you enjoy this sort of content, consider subscribing to the channel. All we do is news updates, tutorials, and fun Minecraft stuff. Generally, we're on Bedrock, guys, but this is a whole brand new feature, so we're going to showcase it for everybody. So let's go into this. What we're going to do is just show the tweets. We're going to go through it. Basically, there is new caves. There's two new types of caves. There's new ways that they work. And that's pretty much the mainstay of this, and the world height limits being taller and lower, I guess, for that being said. So what we're going to do is go over the quick version of the changelog and talk about how we got here. If you don't want to see that, you just want to see the stuff, skip ahead, and yeah, I'll be hunting around for the caves and stuff. So it starts with this tweet right here. Snapshot 21w06a is on its way to your launcher. The new caves and increased world height. Happy spelunking. Well, spelunking means, yeah, that's right. Cave diving, I guess, you're a spelunker. And yeah, so let's go in here. This is the new Snapshot 21w06a. There is a link to it in the description below to this changelog as well. Hello, new snapshot. Hello, new cave generation. Today's snapshot introduces a major change to how caves are generated with Minecraft. You could say that we're now introducing the cave part of caves and cliffs. So there is no new biomes, there is just caves. Once you open them in the snapshot world, they have to stay in there until the update comes out. The new feature is noise caves and aquifers. So those are two different types of cave. Let's talk a little bit more and then jump over here. So noise caves and aquifers. Noise caves are a new way of generating caves, providing more natural variety. They can get really huge sometimes. Noise caves come in two flavors: cheese caves and spaghetti caves. Cheese caves are like holes in Swiss cheese that often form caverns of various sizes. Spaghetti caves, long squiggly tunnels, sometimes wide, like tagliatelle pasta. That's a pasta that's fat, kind of like fettuccine. Wow, this went sideways real fast, guys. No, they aren't loud. The noise part of the noise caves is a technical term and has nothing to do with sound. The old cave carvers and canyons still generate, combining them with the noise caves. So we're going to still have the old stuff, the old caverns and crevasses, but mixed in with it. As with cavers, when noise caves intersect with the surface, they form cave entrances. An aquifer is an area with local water level independent of sea level. Aquifers are used during world generation to generate bodies of water inside noise caves. This sometimes results in a large underground lake. For now, aquifers are only used below Y31. This means all noise caves between Y31 and sea level will be flooded with water, and noise caves entrance will essentially be lakes. This will be fixed later. Magma sometimes generates at the bottoms of these underground bodies of water. Underwater cave carvers and underwater canyons have now been removed since aquifers are used to generate water in caves instead. So there's going to be a totally different picture. I'm going to show you guys an actual picture that one of the devs put out explaining this. So the changes in the actual update, basically overworld build generation limits have been expanded. Mine shafts adapted to larger caves. You no longer can crouch or jump to prevent a drip leaf from tilting. That was one of the new items that came on Java last week. The big drip leaf will now tilt rather than break when hit by a particle. A redstone powered big drip leaf will not tilt. The textures for hanging roots and small drip leaves have been updated. So the world generation is basically saying there is now a -64, and then they added 64 blocks to the top of the world. So basically there is now 128 more blocks in the world. They just added half to the top and half to the bottom for now. They're going to do some changes. Mineshaft changes is mineshaft pieces don't generate if they would be fully floating in the air. So if something would float in the air, so it'd look more complete. Mineshaft quarters are supposed to be log pillars when needed. No floating cobwebs. So cobwebs will be attached to something. So guys, the first thing you're going to notice here is the new height limit. We're going to go up here. I'm probably going to time lapse this because you don't want to see, but basically your new height limit for building is 320 blocks. That is a lot. It's about a stack. So basically we're getting an extra stack up and down. And in the same way that this is going to work like this is that there's also going to be a negative 64, which I'm assuming is going to be below bedrock for now. We're going to go just straight down and test it out. But once you get up here, you can see F3. We are now at 320. When you try to put a block, it says height limit for building is 320. So now if we go down, we should be able to see something new in the ground here. And I might just time lapse this one so that you guys can see it. So as you can see right now, we have gone below X. So I'm going to actually do myself a thing here. I'm going to get myself night vision. See if that helps us here for a second. Night vision. Bang. Drink it. So it does help. But basically you can see we can now go all the way down to negative 64, I guess, is now the new bottom. We'll find out right now. But yes, basically extending 2 stacks into the world. You're now 2 stacks. So 1, 2, 2, 2. And then the bottom of the world is right here now. So this is the new void. And yep, I don't even know what's going on. And then in addition to this, what we're going to do is go down because we ran across an aquifer when we actually went down here. I feel like we might be able to just see. So what it's saying now is that you're going to be able to see these tunnels that go down into the caves, like this one right here. So basically, world generates always. So I think this is actually a perfect example right there. So world always generates with water at sea level. You can see the level we're on right now. I'm pretty sure it's 63. 63. So that's always sea level, right? So all water ends right here, except now they've changed it. So you can see right here. So let's do this. Let's actually go back to our night vision because it was pretty handy. So you can see this is an example of what they were talking about. So you're in now kind of your first spaghetti cave, I guess, going down. And you can see they're just it's all filled with water. So there's little areas that kind of have little offshoots here. And yeah, so that's pretty good. Let's follow that one down. Actually, just keep going because it's supposed to ultimately ultimately go to its own kind of place, right? I think is the drill here. So we keep going, keep going. Yeah, so and there we go too. So now we have a huge kind of crevice and cave. I don't even know what the right word is. So you can see up here is sea level again, and we're up at the surface. That's pretty interesting. I think that we could actually go right down. Where is my let's show this right here. This is actually a good way of explaining it. This tweet was put out by, I don't even have the whole actual tweet, but I do on the screen here, is we added noise caves, changed world height, added aquifers, localized water levels. And there we go. So look at this picture basically, guys. So the old is right here. You can see they've added the new actual block limits on the top and on the bottom, and you can see how much bigger that makes the world. In addition, you can see the side view of the cave. So noise caves, noise caves, noise caves, and then like that's basically like the tunnel we just went down. So this is actually a pretty good shot of the generation. Let's go try to, I'm pretty sure when we went down this thing, I saw one of those bottom noise caves. So basically underground lava is not generating properly during this yet, but we basically found the cave. But on our way down here, so this is actually a good way to do it. So it wasn't right here. See, this is like a regular cave, I guess. They are generating totally different. You could tell this is a much different cave. These drips are a little excessive, so that's a kind of a thing. But you could see how the new cave generation, and there we go right there. Perfect. We found the aquifer type area or whatever the heck it is. The actual cave. Whoa, very cool, very cool. So again, we're in a beta, right? Or we're in a snapshot. So they're figuring out how these things work. This is pretty interesting right here. Kind of have these whole, I guess the caves, you know what? It really stands out when you look. It stands out that these need to work properly, right? These caverns, you could tell they're kind of not, you know, really generating right. There should be no floating spider webs, right? Doesn't look as cool as, I think they need to biomize it a little bit, but yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I think maybe having the biomes is going to add a big difference with regards to how these things work, and it'll just look a lot different when you don't have, basically I think this is, from what I understand, is this is like the shell. So basically they're making it so the world can create the shell that it needs to place the biomes and have these lush caves going in. So yeah, man, I like it, guys. Don't forget to smash that like before you go. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for yeah, cool tutorials, let's plays, and stuff, and yeah, news updates. Thanks a lot for tuning in. There's a flower, and I'll catch you on the next one.